Hello students, welcome in the next lecture of integral equations. Okay, so in the previous lecture we are going to start a new chapter, that is the chapter number 3, Volterra integral equation. Okay, and in this chapter we have to discuss the methods for finding the solution of Volterra integral equation. Okay, so in the previous lecture we are going to see the first method for solving the non-homogeneous Volterra integral equation of second kind, and that is the adamant decomposition method. Okay, and also in that method we discuss the noise terms phenomena and the modified adamant decomposition method. Okay, so in today's lecture we have to discuss one another method for finding the solution of non-homogeneous Volterra integral equation of second kind with separable kernel. Okay, and the name of that method will be the variational iteration method. We are very well known that what is the variational iteration method. We are discussed that method in the second chapter, that is in Freedom integral equation. We study the method variational iteration in second chapter for finding the solution of Freedom integral equation. Okay, so the variational, we are all known that the variational iteration method. So here we directly solve the example using the variational iteration method. Okay, we know that here in variational iteration method we find the successive approximations. Okay, and then we take the nth approximation at n tends to infinity, then we have to get the exact solution of the given integral equation. Okay, but here we want to consider the Volterra integral equation. So for that, the correction functional variational iteration method for solving Volterra integral equation is that we have to consider the correction functional, which is slightly different from the Freedom integral equation correction function. Okay, otherwise the same method will be the as it is. Okay, so we know that how to solve the integral equation by using the variational iteration method. First, we take given equation as equation number 1. Then we have to differentiate the given integral equation, that is to call Volterra integral equation to the Volterra integral differential equation. Okay. In Freedom equation we can convert by differentiating with respect to x using Leibniz rule. We convert given integral Freedom integral equation to the Freedom integral differential equation. Here if we differentiate this, then this converted into the Volterra integral differential equation. Okay, so first differentiate both the sides with respect to x using Leibniz rule. Okay, so using Leibniz rule we have to differentiate the given integral equation. Okay, under this integral sign. So in LHS, derivative of u of x will be u dash of x. So is equal to derivative of 1 will be 0 minus derivative of x will be 1. Okay, plus see here integration from 0 to x by using Leibniz rule. I write dou by x minus t, that is we have to partially differentiate this function with respect to x, u of t dt, plus then we have to put the upper limit in the given function g of x. So x minus t u of t at t is equal to x into dx by dx. Okay, minus x minus t into u of t at t is equal to, lower limit will be here 0 into d0 by dx, which is the Leibniz rule, that is we discuss in first chapter. Okay, so we have to use that rule to differentiate this integration, that is differentiation under the integral sign. Okay, so here we get minus 1 plus integration from 0 to x, derivative of this x minus t partially with respect to x will be 1. So that is here 1 into u of t, that is we have to get here only u of t dt, derivative of t will be 0. Okay, then plus, see here if we put t is equal to x, then this term becomes a 0, x minus x 0, so this term becomes a 0, and here derivative of 0 with respect to x, that is constant, derivative of constant with respect to x we get 0, so this term becomes a 0. Okay, so we have to get the Volterra integral differential equation u dash of x is equal to minus 1 plus integration from 0 to x u of t dt. Okay, then we rewrite this equation as u dash of x plus 1 minus, by shifting these terms here, 0 to x u of t dt. Okay, take it as a equation number 1. We have to use this equation in the correctional function. Okay, so take it as equation number 2. Then here we have to get the first order integral Volterra integral differential equation. So that we have to find the one initial condition. So put x is equal to 0 in equation number 1. Okay, then by putting x is equal to 0 in equation number 1, we have to get u of 0 is equal to 1 minus 0 plus integration from 0 to 0, 0 minus t into u of t dt. Okay, so by taking this calculation, we have to get u of 0 is equal to 1. This integral becomes a 0. So we have to get the initial condition u of 0 is equal to 1. And we know that in the variational iteration method, we consider the first approximation, that is the initial condition of this Volterra integral differential equation. Okay, so from that, the first approximation, that is u0 of x is equal to, we take u of 0 is equal to, we get 1. So we have to get the first approximation, u0 of x is equal to 1. Then all other approximations, that is up to nth approximations, we can find using the correction function. Okay, and all other approximations we find by using correction functional, Okay, so correction functional for the Volterra integral equation using variational iteration method is, I write here the correctional functional, un plus 1 of x is equal to un of x minus, here always take the lambda, Lagrange's multiplier value will be minus 1. Okay, because here we only use the first order differential equation, that is the first order integral Volterra differential equation. Okay, so minus, and here integration from 0 to x in bracket un dash of xi minus, here we have to write this integral equation, that is the Volterra Volterra integral differential equation. In 0 to x in bracket we have to write this Volterra integral differential equation for this given integral equation. Okay, so un dash of xi minus, not minus, here will be plus 1 from equation number 2 minus integration, and here will be integration from 0 to x. In previous chapter we consider the Prudhomme integral equation, so integration will be from a to b, that is both the limits a, lower and upper limits will be the constant, but here in Volterra integral equation lower limit will be 0 and upper limit will be the variable. Okay, so we have to write that form in different way. So we consider here, because here in correction functional we already consider the integration from 0 to x, so we have to change this variable, instead of x we write here xi, that is here take 0 to xi. Okay, so only change in that directional function in Volterra and Prudhomme is that here we have to take the integration from 0 to xi. In Prudhomme we take integration from a to b, that is with respect to given limits. Okay, so 0 to xi, then in bracket in kernel will be 1 here, and here un of r dr. Okay, so bracket complete, here write the square bracket un r dr into d psi. Okay, this is the correction functional for the given Volterra integral equation. Okay, so we have to use this correction functional to find the all other successive approximation. So take it as a star. Suppose we name this equation as a star. Okay, so by putting here first, put n is equal to 0. If we put n is equal to 0, then we have to get u1 of x is equal to u0 of x minus integration from 0 to x in bracket u0 dash of xi plus 1 minus integration from 0 to xi u0 of r dr into dz. Okay, so we have to get u0 of x here. u0 of x is equal to, we consider u0 and value of u0 will be 1. So here will be 1 minus integration from 0 to x. u0 of x will be 1. I write here u0 of x will be equal to 1. So u0 of xi we have to get again 1 constant, and u0 dash of xi will be equal to, we get 0. Okay, so this becomes a 0. So 0 plus 1 minus integration from 0 to xi u0 of r, u0 of x will be 1. So u0 of r will be get 1. So 1 dr bracket complete dz. Okay, so is equal to 1 minus integration from 0 to x. Here this term becomes a 0. So in bracket we get 1 minus integration of dr will be r. Here we take round bracket and here we use the square bracket. 0 integration of dr will be r, limits from 0 to xi. Okay, not a square bracket, here we use the round bracket into dz. Okay, so is equal to 1 minus integration from 0 to x, and here in round bracket 1 minus integration of, sorry, by putting here limits we have to get xi minus 0. Okay, dz. So it's equal to 1 minus integration from 0 to x bracket 1 minus xi dz. Okay, and then by taking integration we get 1 minus integration of 1, that is we get xi minus integration of xi will be xi square divided by 2, limits from 0 to x. Okay, then we put here limits to get the second approximation. Okay, so now x is equal to 1 minus, by putting upper limit we get, write in bracket x minus x square divided by 2 minus 0 minus minus plus 0. Xi is equal to 0, terms becomes 0. So 1 minus x minus minus plus x square divided by 2. So we have to get u1x will be equal to this 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2. Okay, so we have to get, this is the second approximation. Then using the second approximation we have to find the next successive approximation. For that we put n is equal to 1 in equation number star. So in equation star, by putting n is equal to 1 we have to get u2 of x is equal to u1 of x minus integration from 0 to x in bracket u1 dash of xi plus 1 minus integration from 0 to x u1 of r dr bracket complete dz. We get, this is the correction functional. Okay, so we put your values here. See here u1 of x will be this. So from that we find the u1 dash of x, because we have to use in correction function. So u1 dash of x will be, derivative of 1 will be 0, derivative of x will be minus 1 plus derivative of x square will be 2x. So we have to get here minus 1 plus x. Okay, so by putting here values we have to get u1 of x, we get 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to x bracket u1 dash of xi, u1 of x will be minus 1 plus x, so u1 dash of y we get minus 1 plus xi. Okay, minus, sorry, this plus 1 minus integration from 0 to x u1 r, that is in terms of r we have to write u1 x, 1 minus r plus r square divided by 2 into dr bracket complete into dz. Okay, so we have to solve this integral. So 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus, here minus 1 plus 1 gets cancelled, integration from 0 to x remaining only xi, right in bracket square. Okay, so minus and here we take integration with respect to r, then we have to get, here we use the round bracket and here we write the square bracket. Okay, so integration of r1 will be r minus integration of r will be r square divided by 2 and plus integration of r square we get r cube divided by 3. 3 into 2 we get here 6. So in bracket limits from 0 to x into the xi, then is equal to 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus here integration from 0 to x xi minus, by putting here limits we get x minus x square divided by 2 plus x cube divided by 6, and here by putting r is equal to 0 all the term becomes a 0, so we write directly here plus 0 into round bracket complete the xi. Okay, then we want to solve this integral with respect to xi, so we have to get the next approximation. Okay, so u2 of x is equal to, we get 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to x and bracket xi minus, sorry, I write here limits from 0 to x. Here not limits from 0 to x, limits will be from 0 to xi. Sorry, I will take a mistake. Here 0 to xi, so here also 0 to xi. Then we have to get here xi minus xi square divided by 2 and here also we have to get xi cube divided by 6. Okay, so xi minus xi, by separating bracket minus minus plus xi square divided by 2 and minus xi cube divided by 6 into the xi. So this plus xi minus xi gets cancelled. Then we get 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2. Okay, and by taking here integration of xi square, or we write first separate this integration. So integration, here we take 1 by 2 outside, so minus 1 by 2 integration from 0 to x xi square dxi minus minus becomes a plus 1 by 6 integration from 0 to x xi cube dxi. Okay, so is equal to 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus 1 divided by 2 integration of xi square will be xi cube divided by 3, limits from 0 to x plus 1 by 6 integration of xi cube will be xi raised to 4 divided by 4, limits from 0 to x. So we get 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus 1 divided by 2. By putting here limits we get x cube divided by 3 minus 0 plus 1 by 6. Again here by putting limits x raised to 4 divided by 4 minus 0. Okay. Simplifying this, we have to get u2 of x is equal to 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 minus x cube divided by 3 into 2 6. Okay, plus x raised to 4 divided by 24. Okay, so or we can write this as u2 of x is equal to 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 factorial minus x cube divided by 3 as a 6 as a 3 factorial plus x raised to 4 24 as a 4 factorial. Okay, so in this way, so here if we observe, we have to get u1x will be 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2. Okay, then in u2x we have to get these two terms added, that is minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 4 divided by 4 factorial. Okay, so continuing and continuing in this way to get the nth approximation, un of x is equal to 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 factorial minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 4 divided by 4 factorial minus up to plus minus 1 raised to n 1 raised to n into x raised to n divided by n factorial. Okay, this is we have to get the nth approximation, and we get a solution. We get solution by taking n tends to infinity. So u of x is equal to limit n tends to infinity un of x. If we consider nth term at infinity, then we have to get the, so u of x is equal to, we get 1 minus x plus x square divided by 2 factorial minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 4 divided by 4 factorial minus up to so on. Okay, so we know that which is the expansion of the function e raised to minus x. So we have to get u of x is equal to e raised to minus x, and which is the solution of exact solution of given Volterra integral equation number 1. So this is the variational iteration method. In this way we the exact solution by using variational iteration method, same as that of the Freedom integral equation. Okay, then we see the next example. Okay, so see here I will write the example. So take it as first equation number 1. Then first we want to differentiate the given integral equation with respect to x to convert it into the Volterra integral differential equation. So differentiate equation number 1 with respect to x. So we have to get in LHS u dash of x is equal to 2 derivative of sin x will be the cos x minus 1 by 6 derivative of x square will be the 3x square. Okay, and here we have to use the again Leibniz rule. So integration from 0 to x dabba by x x minus t into u of t dt. Okay, then plus here we have to first put upper limit x minus t u of t at t is equal to x dx by dx. Okay, then minus x minus t into u of t at t is equal to 0 d0 divided by dx. Okay, so we have to get is equal to 2 cos x minus 3 2s are 6, so we have to get here minus x square divided by 2. Okay, then plus integration from 0 to x derivative of x minus t partially with respect to x will be the 1. So here we get u of t dt. Okay, then here again this term becomes a 0 by putting t is equal to x. This factor is 0, and here d0 by dx will be 0. So we have to get plus 0 minus 0. Okay, so we get here u dash of x is equal to 2 into cos x minus x square divided by 2 plus integration from 0 to x u of t dt. Then we shift all these terms in LHS, so we get u dash of x minus 2 into cos x plus x square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to x u of t into dt. Okay, take it as equation number 1 because we have to write using that the correction function. Okay, so then we find the initial condition for this integral differential equation. Okay, Volterra integral differential equation. So put x is equal to 0 in equation number 1. So putting x is equal to 0 in equation number 1, we get u of 0 is equal to 2 sine 0 minus x will be 0, so we get this term 0 plus limits from 0 to 0 integration from 0 to 0 we get here 0 minus t into u of t dt. Okay, for that we get u of 0 is equal to sine 0 will be 0, this all term becomes 0, so we get u of 0 is equal to 0, which is the initial condition, and that means which is we consider as the first approximation for the variational iteration method. take first approximation u0 of x is equal to u of 0 to u of 0 is equal to 0. Okay, and all other successive approximations we find by using correction functional So correction functional for this given Volterra integral differential equation is un plus 1 of x is equal to un of x minus integration from 0 to x un dash of xi minus, here will be from equation number 2 minus 2 cos xi plus xi square divided by 2. Okay, minus, here we have to take integration from 0 to xi un of r dr bracket complete into d xi. This is the correction function. Take it as equation number star, and by putting here n is equal to 0, 1, 2 up to 3 successive approximations remaining. Okay, so first put n is equal to 0. So we have to get the next successive approximation. u1x is equal to, here n is equal to 0. This becomes u0 of x minus integration from 0 to x u0 dash of xi minus 2 cos xi, okay, plus xi square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to xi un of r, that is u0 of r dr into d xi. Okay, so by putting here values we get u0 of x. u0 of x we take 0. Okay, so 0 minus integration from 0 to x, u0 of x will be 0, so u0 of x again 0 and u0 dash of xi, so we have to get u0 dash of xi will be 0 from this. Okay, u0 of x will be 0, so u0 dash of x will be again 0, and by replacing x instead of x by xi, again we have to get here 0, so minus, then here minus 2 cos xi plus xi square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to xi u0 of r, again u0 x will be 0, u0 of r will be 0, so 0 dr into d xi. Okay, so we get u1 of x is equal to minus integration from 0 to x bracket minus 2 cos xi plus xi square divided by 2 minus, this becomes a 0, so into d xi. Okay, then we take here integration by separating this, so this minus minus plus, so 2 integration from 0 to x cos xi plus, not plus, here this becomes a minus, so minus 1 by 2 integration from 0 to x xi square into d xi. Okay, here also d xi minus. Okay, so we get 2 integration of cos xi will be sin xi limits from 0 to x minus 1 divided by 2 integration of xi square will be xi cube divided by 3 limits from 0 to x is equal to, we get 2 by putting limits sin x minus sin 0. Okay, minus 1 divided by 2 x cube divided by 3 minus 0. Okay, so we get 2 sin x sin 0 will be 0 minus x cube divided by 6. So we get, this is the value of u1x, that is the next successive approximation. Okay, so again we put next n is equal to 1 to find the next successive approximation. Okay, so next put n is equal to 1 in equation number star to get the second successive approximation, that is not second, will be third, that is u2 of x is equal to u1 of x minus integration from 0 to x in bracket u1 dash of xi minus 2 cos xi plus xi square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to not x will be xi u1 of r dr bracket complete into the xi. Okay, so here we put the value of u1 of x. So u1 of x we have to get 2 into sin x minus x cube divided by 6. Okay, minus integration from 0 to x. See here u1 of x will be this, so from that we find here u1 dash of x. Okay, so derivative of 2 sin x will be the 2 cos x, and derivative of minus x cube divided by 6 will be minus 3x square divided by 6. 3 to the 6, so we have to get is equal to 2 cos x minus x square divided by 2. 2 cos x minus x square divided by 2. So u1 dash of xi we write here in terms of xi, that is 2 cos xi minus xi square divided by 2 minus is 2 cos xi plus xi square divided by 2 minus integration from 0 to xi u1 of r, u1 x will be this, so in terms of r 2 sin r minus r cube divided by 6. Okay, bracket we write into dr bracket complete into the xi. Okay, then we have to simplify this, so 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6 minus here this plus 2 cos xi minus 2 cos xi minus xi square by 2 plus xi square by 2 gets cancelled. Okay, and this minus minus becomes a plus, so we write here plus integration from 0 to x. Okay, here integration from 0 to xi, we write this minus minus here plus, and in bracket here 2 sin r minus r cube divided by 6 dr into d xi. Okay, so in this way then we have to take the integration, so here 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6 as it is plus integration from 0 to x, here we take integration of 2 sin r, so 2 will be as it is, integration of sin r will be the cos minus integration of sin r will be the minus cos r, limits from 0 to xi. Okay, then minus 1 by 6 integration of r cube will be r raised to 4 divided by 4, limits from 0 to xi bracket complete d xi. Okay, then is equal to 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6. Okay, then plus integration from 0 to x, here 2 in bracket, by putting limits we get minus cos psi minus minus plus cos 0. Okay, then minus 1 by 6 by putting limits xi raised to 4 by 4 minus 0 into the xi. Okay, bracket, so is equal to 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6, x cube divided by 6 plus integration from 0 to x, here cos 0 will be 1, so we directly write this, that is minus 2 cos xi, and here cos 0 will be 1, so plus we get here 2 minus xi raised to 4. Okay, divided by 6 into 4, that is 24 into d xi. Then again we have to take this integration with respect to x to get the next successive approximation. So here we have to get u2 of x is equal to 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6 will be as it is then plus. Here we take the integration, so plus minus 2 integration of cos xi, we directly write here integration of cos xi will be sin xi, limits from 0 to x, okay. Then plus 2 integration of 2 will be here, plus 2 integration of 1 will be xi, limits from 0 to x. Then minus 1 divided by 24 integration of xi raised to 4 will be xi raised to 5 divided by 5, limits from 0 to x, okay. So we have to get is equal to 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6 minus 2 by putting limits sin x minus sin 0, okay, plus 2 x minus 0 minus 1 divided by 24 x raised to 5 divided by 5 minus 0, okay. So we have to get is equal to 2 sin x minus x cube divided by 6 minus 2 sin x, sin 0 will be 0, so this term becomes a 0, okay. So plus here we get 2x minus x raised to 5 divided by 24 divided by 24 into 5 we get 120, okay, minus 0. So we have to get u2 of x is equal to plus 2 sin x minus 2 sin x gets cancelled, we get here 2x, we write here in minus x cube divided by 6 minus x raised to 5 divided by 120, or we can write it as 2x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial u2 of x. Again continuing in this way, if we find the next approximation, then we have to get the value of next approximation u3 of x we have to get, and so on to get u3x is equal to 2x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial minus x raised to 7 divided by 7 factorial, okay. So if we generalize this approximation to nth approximation, okay, and receive nth approximation we get un of x is equal to 2x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial minus x raised to 7 divided by 7 factorial plus up to so on, and take n tends to infinity to get u of x is equal to limit n tends to infinity n of x is equal to 2x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial minus x raised to 7 divided by 7 factorial plus up to so on, okay. So which is equal to we get in this way we have to get, we can write this as u of x is equal to, we write first term x will be x plus x minus x cube divided by 3 factorial plus x raised to 5 divided by 5 factorial x raised to 7 divided by 7 factorial plus up to so on. So we know that which is the expansion of sin x. So we get here x plus sin x. So we get solution u of x is equal to x plus sin x, and which is the exact solution of the given Volterra integral equation by using the variational iteration method. So in this way we can solve that is to find the solution easily by using the variational iteration method, okay. So today we will stop here. Thank you.